Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Hafiz and everyone present. My name is Siti Rehanisha binti Ismail and I will begin our presentation with the background of the study. In today's competitive and fast-moving business environment, employee retention has become one of the biggest challenges for organizations, especially in fast-paced industries like telecommunications. Constant change in technology, customer expectations, and market demands make it difficult for companies to maintain a stable workforce. One important factor that can help improve retention is training and development. Training allows employees to upgrade their skills, gain confidence in their roles, and feel more satisfied at work. When employees feel supported in their growth, they are more likely to stay. Maxis Broadband Sedia Berhad, one of Malaysia's leading telecommunications companies, is also facing high employee turnover. This situation is not unique to Maxis. Many other companies in the same industry face similar challenges. Previous studies, such as those by Ahmad and Jong, have shown that effective training can increase employee loyalty and reduce turnover rates. When employees believe that their organization is investing in their development, their commitment and motivation improve. Therefore, this study aims to explore how Maxis training programs affect employee retention. We want to understand whether the training offered truly helps employees feel more engaged, more satisfied, and more likely to remain in the organization. With that, I will now pass the presentation to my group member, Nurul Najah Iza, to explain the problem statement. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nurul Najah Iza binti Zainuddin. Today, for our study, we focus on employer retention at Maxis Broadband Sedia Berhad. This issue is important because high turnover is a common challenge in the telecom sector. Okay, first one, many employers leave shortly after gaining experience. This leads to higher costs for Maxis, especially after investing in the training. So secondly, while Maxis provide training and development, it is still unclear whether this program truly improve job satisfaction and receive training, which make it difficult to measure the true impact. Thirdly, there are generational differences. Young employees such as Gen Y and Gen Z have a high expectation for career growth. If they don't see opportunities to grow, they tend to leave for better prospects. Therefore, this study aims to explore how factors like training, job satisfaction, job performance, and communication influence employees' decision to stay at Maxis.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Roshazani Najiha binti Muhammad Rosli. Today, I will briefly present the key objective and research question from our study titled The Factors That Influence Employee Retention Among Maxis Employees. The main aim of this study is to identify and examine the internal factors that may influence employees' decision to stay in the company, especially in a competitive telecommunication industry like Maxis. There are 4 specific objectives that guide our research. First, to examine the effect of training and development on employee retention. We believe that when employees are given the right skills and opportunities to grow, they are more likely to remain loyal to the organization. Second, to examine how job satisfaction impacts retention. A satisfied employee is typically more engaged, motivated, and less likely to leave the company. Third, to examine the effect of job performance. Employees who perform well and are recognized for their achievement may feel a stronger sense of belonging and purpose at work. And lastly, to examine the effect of effective communication on Maxis employee retention. Clear and transparent communication can enhance trust and reduce misunderstandings, contributing to a more stable workforce. These objectives are supported by 4 research questions, including how does training and development affect employee retention? Second, does job satisfaction affect employees' retention? Next, can strong job performance affect employees' retention? And lastly, how does effective communication influence employees' retention? By exploring this question, we aim to provide meaningful insights and recommendations to help Maxis improve their employee retention strategies.
Hello,
Good day,
my name is
everyone.
Patricia
I will
and
begin
I will
this
be
presentation
explaining
by
on the
explaining
definition
the
of
key
job
term used in our
performance.
study,
Job performance
especially in the
in the short
context of
meaning
Maxis,
how well
one
the
of Malaysia's
employees
leading
meet their job
telecommunication
expectation
company.
shaped by
Firstly,
training and motivation.
training refer to program
Next,
design to improve
effective
employee
communication
skills and
is a clear
confidence
message
through
exchange
both
that
on the job and
supports
off-the-job
team.
methods. At
Effective
Maxis,
communication
structured training
is a
program
message
help
exchange that
employee
supports
adapt to
teamwork and
fast-changing
reduce
technology
misunderstanding.
and customer
And employee
expectation.
retention
Next,
is
we
the
have
company's
an individual
effort to
development,
keep talented staff
which
and reduce
focus
turnover
on
through
employee
support
personal
and
growth,
development and also training.
self-awareness and professional improvement.
Hello, my name is
In
Patricia
Maxis,
and I will be
this
explaining
include
on the
mentorship
definition of
program
job
or
performance.
self-direct
Job
learning
performance
platform
in the short
that help
meaning how
employee
well
build a
the
career
employees
best
meet their
aligned
job
with their
expectation
strengths.
shaped by training and motivation.
Organizational development.
Next, effective communication
strategy
is a
like
clear
team building
message
and
exchange
leadership
that
training
supports
and
team.
increasing overall
Effective
company
communication is a
effectiveness.
message exchange
For
that
Maxis,
supports
OD is
teamwork
crucial
and
in
reduce
fostering innovation
misunderstanding.
and ensuring
And
department
employee
work
retention
collaborative
is the company's
to achieve
effort
business
to
goal.
keep talented
Lastly,
staff and reduce
job
turnover
satisfaction is
through
about
support
how
and
happy
development
employee
and also
feel
training.
about their work. This
Hello, my name is
emotional
Patricia
response
and I will be
influences their
explaining on the
productivity,
definition of job
loyalty,
performance.
and ultimately
Job performance
their
in the short
decision to stay
meaning
with
how
the
well
company.
the
Moving on to the conceptual framework of our study, we examine how several independent variables influence employee retention, which is our dependent variable. Firstly, we look at training and development. Effective training makes employees feel valued and supported. At Maxis, this means offering continued learning opportunities, which increase employee loyalty and reduce turnover. This supports hypothesis 1 that training positively influences retention. Job satisfaction, as shown in hypothesis 2, play a critical role. When employees feel satisfied with their work environment, recognition, and career prospect, they are more likely to remain with the company. Maxis create a positive workplace culture that encourages satisfaction through inclusive policies and performance reward. Next, job performance. Linked to history suggests that when employees perform well, they feel more motivated and recognized. This creates a sense of accomplishment which encourages them to stay longer in the company. Maxis foster high performance through a performance-driven culture and clear KPI. Finally, effective communication covered in H4 help build trust and engagement. In Maxis, open communication between management and staff ensure everyone feel heard and involved. This reduces misunderstanding and support a more connected work environment, leading to better retention. We are going to dive into some critical factors that play a significant role in one of the most vital aspects of an organization, employee retention. Keeping our talented individual engaged and committed is paramount to long-term success. And to understand this better, we formulate a set of hypotheses that guide our investigation. Firstly, our hypothesis 1 states there is a significant relationship between training and employee retention. This hypothesis explores the idea that investing in the development of our employee through comprehensive training program not only enhances their skill but also fosters a sense of loyalty and commitment, ultimately leading to higher retention rate. We want to understand if providing opportunity for growth and learning directly impact an employee decision to stay with the company. Moving on to hypothesis 2, job satisfaction influences employee retention. This is a fundamental concept. We hypothesize that when employees are satisfied with their role, their work environment, and the overall company culture,
they are more likely to remain with the organization. This goes beyond just compensation. It encompasses factors like work-life balance, recognition, and a positive atmosphere. Next, our hypothesis 3 focuses on job performance influences employee retention. Here, we're looking at the relationship between an employee performance and their likelihood of staying. High-performing employees are a valuable asset, and we want to explore if their continued contribution and success within the company are linked to their retention. This could involve recognizing their achievement, providing opportunities for advancements, and ensure they feel value for their contribution. Finally, hypothesis 4 highlights effective communication influences employee retention. We believe that clear, open, and consistent communication within an organization is crucial. This hypothesis suggests that when an employee feels informed, heard, and understood, it builds trust and stronger connection to the company, thereby reducing the likelihood of them seeking opportunities elsewhere. This includes communication from leadership, between colleagues, and rejecting company goals and changes. These four hypotheses form the foundation of our study. By investigating each of these relationships, we aim to gain deeper insight into the driver of employee retention within our organization. Our goal is to identify actionable strategies that will help us create an environment where our employees thrive and choose to build their long-term career with us.
In this part, I will briefly explain the research design used in our study on employee retention among Maxis employees. This study adopts a quantitative correlational research design to examine the relationship between four independent variables, namely training and development, job satisfaction, job performance, and communication, and the dependent variable, which is employee retention. A quantitative research design focuses on collecting and analyzing numerical data. This approach is useful for explaining, testing, and predicting relationship between variables. In our study, structured instruments such as questionnaire are used to gather data, which will then be analyzed using statistical methods as supported by Creswell in 2014. The benefit of using a quantitative approach is that it allows us to generalize of finding from the selected sample to the larger population of Maxis employees. This means that the result can offer valuable insight that may apply across the organization. Furthermore, this study used a correlation design which helps us examine the strength and direction of relationship between variables without manipulating them. In other words, we are not changing anything in the environment, but simply observing whether a statistical association exists between the factors we are studying. By combining both the quantitative and correlational approach, this research design supports objective hypothesis testing and provide a clear framework to understand how organizational factors like training, satisfaction, performance, and communication contribute to employee retention at Maxis Broadband Denver Heights. Thank you.
Next, I will present the population and sample section for our research. For this study, our target population consists of employees who are currently working at Maxis Broadband Denver Heights. These employees come from various departments and job levels within the organization. Since the study focuses on employee retention, it is important that the sample reflects a wide range of experience, roles, and perspectives from within the company. We aim to collect data from approximately 100 respondents. The sample will be selected using the convenience sampling method. This means that participants will be chosen based on their availability and willingness to take part in the study. While this method may not be fully random, it is a practical and efficient approach, especially considering our time and access limitations. Convenience sampling allows us to collect data quickly and cost-effectively, while still providing useful insight into employee attitudes and experience at Maxis. It is often used in organizational research when the goal is to explore patterns and relationships in a specific workplace setting. In this study, the unit of analysis is the individual employee. This means that each respondent will be treated as a single independent data point. The individual responses will be analyzed to understand how they relate to the 4 independent variables in our model: training and development, job satisfaction, job performance and communication, in relation to the dependent variable, which is employee retention. By using the approach, we aim to explore how each of these factors influence employees' decisions to stay or leave the organization. Analyzing data at the individual level helps us gain a clearer picture of the overall trends and challenge in employee retention within Macy's. To conclude, the population and sampling plan for this study is designed to be practical and focused. Despite limitation, it allows us to gather meaningful data that represent the real-life views and experience of Macy's employees. The insight gained will help us better understand the factors that influence retention and provide useful recommendations for improvements. Thank you.
For this study, our population consists of employees currently working at Macy's Broadband Sedayan Berhad. Our target group include the staff from different departments and job levels to ensure a broad and balanced perspective. We aim to collect responses from approximately 100 employees, which we believe is a suitable number to represent the workforce and conduct valid statistical analysis. For the sampling method, we are using convenience sampling. This due to time constraints and limited accessibility to all staff. Convenience sampling allows us to gather data quickly from those who are available and willing to participate. The unit of analysis in this research is each individual employee. Every respondent's data will be analyzed separate to identify trend and relationships. This main purpose of our sampling is to examine how factors like training, job satisfaction, job performance, communication influence employee retention. Our goal is to gather meaningful and relevant data that accurately reflects the employee experience at Macy's.
The conclusion. The study shows that training and development plays an important role in helping employees stay longer. When staff are trained well, they feel more confident and valued. Job satisfaction is also a strong factor. When employees are happy with their job and their environment and support from their managers, they are more likely to stay. Job performance also boosts confidence. Employees who perform well, they may feel more proud and confident and motivated, which helps them to stay longer in their company. Continuing from the conclusion, effective communication between the staff and the management help build trust and teamwork. It helps the employee feel overheard and connected, which improves retention. Overall, Macy's can help their employees by staying longer by focusing on good training. Overall, Macy's can keep their employees staying longer by focusing on good training, clear communication, employee satisfaction, and performance support. These efforts are not only make employees happy but also makes Macy's save costs and improve company performances in the long run. That is all from us. Thank you for listening.